Hey Legionnaires, the Black Ops 6 beta is back and we thought we'd dive in on the Legion Go this time and see what performance is looking like. So running this at 1200p in the performance mode with the fans on full speed, as otherwise it still seems to overheat for me on the current BIOS, but running 1200p in game with the balanced preset, FSR3 enabled and on the quality preset. Very impressed with how well this is actually running in game. At that 20 watt TDP, being able to hold 40 to 50 frames per second very happily at 1200p. So you're going to easily get 60 to 80 if you wanted to run this with no frame generation in game on 800p. But I do just love how clear this looks at 1200p, and it does perform good enough to be able to get quite a few kills, even with a bit of input delay on the pass-through recording. So this is without frame generation, so if I switch over to keeping it 20 watts but enable frame generation in game, you see that frames per second go between 40 and 50 up to 60 to 80, and it does feel quite smooth. It takes a little bit of getting used to, as frame generation does introduce a very small amount of input delay, but the frame rate countering does make this very viable. But it was a little bit noticeable with the pass-through recording. It took a little bit of adjustment, but it does mean that you're now pushing 70 to 80 frames per second at 1200p on the Legion Go. So if I do the same thing, but this time put it up to custom 25 watts, and I'm not using 30 because wherever I put it on to 30, it seems to have more issues, unfortunately. Without frame generation, again, we're getting closer to that 50 frames per second average, whereas we were closer to 40 at 20 watts. And then if I turn the frame generation back on, again, you see we go from that 40 to 50 now up to 80 to 90. So extremely playable on the Legion Go at 1200p, and definitely a way that I would want to be playing this if you are going to play through the campaign. But as always, playing on controller can be a little bit more tricky on the handheld devices, and with the joysticks not quite as sensitive or as nice as I would like on the Legion Go, I would recommend using a mouse and keyboard, which is actually what I plugged in for this 25 watt test as well, so that you can get that accuracy and get yourself a nice little lap desk or something so that you can hold the Legion Go close to you and use that mouse and keyboard effectively. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into this one on the Legion Go or waiting for the full release. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
They never stood a chance. Proceed to extract.